In this event, the sensational young Mexican wrestling star Al Torres meets the great John L.
And the first bout tonight, one fall for a 15-minute time limit. The referee, the third man in the ring tonight, is Mike Ruby. And on my left at 228 pounds, Sonora, Mexico, Alberto Torres. 220 pounds from Bowling Green, Kentucky, the great John L. Take it away, Ruby.
There you have it, the pride of Bowling Green, Kentucky, the great John L. coming to grips with the sensational young Mexican wrestling star Alberto Torres. Alberto Torres comes from a wrestling family. There's three of the boys. Oh, but it looks like the great John L. starting off in his usual form. We started to say there's three of the wrestling Torreses. There's Alberto, Ramon, and Enrique. Alberto's the youngest of them, although not the smallest. He's about an inch and a half taller than either one of the other boys, and about 5 to 10 pounds heavier than them. And he's showing right off the fact that he is, despite his height and all, is very fast. He can move around, arm drag, two of them on the great John L. And it's the great John L. out under the ropes, up on the outside on the apron, tells the referee, Mike Ruby, keep him back, keep him back. You may remember the great John L. with the sideburns and the whiskers. Well, now he doesn't have them, as you can plainly see. He was called out on the lot to do a movie scene with a lion, and I guess they thought they couldn't tell which one was the lion with the long sideburns on.
You referee. Ain't you got no goddamn brains? Put my trunk back up! My trunk!
Side headlock, and over goes Torres. Oh, this boy really watches those shoulders. You see him come up at the count of one then. Wrestling stars of the 60s. In this event, we're showing you one of the really, truly new stars of the mat, Alberto Torres. And it's the great John L. throwing fist in the corner. Up comes the knee, bounds away as Torres goes to work on the great John L. Down he goes again. Back into the ropes with a toss across the ring. Follows him up, but John L. out on the apron once again. I think the great John L. has learned that out under the ropes and onto the apron not only breaks the hold, but it breaks up a series of attacks by his opponent. He uses it quite frequently. Reverse wrist lock and roll over, and a short arm scissor by Torres.
Get on your head, George.
Short arm scissor. It's most times called a Japanese short arm scissor, as the Japanese have been given credit for inventing this particular hold. It was originally a jiu-jitsu hold, as it stopped the circulation, the flow of blood, and made the arm useless. As you probably know, that is the secret of jiu-jitsu, to stop circulation and paralyze the muscles of either the arm, leg, or the abdomen. That's the reason they wear the the Jackets. Mike Ruby, third man in the ring, a very fine referee. We've had him on Wrestling Stars of the 60s before, and I know that you've always enjoyed his fast, clean type of refereeing.
Take your feet off, oh, you yellow belly.
And you see the great John L. holding the arm. It stops the circulation there, and your arm, well, it's kind of like your foot going to sleep. You know how that feels. It's completely useless for a few moments till you get the circulation back through the arm.
I like that. 2 balls. Do it again.
When we say Alberto Torres is the youngest of the Torres brothers, we don't mean that he's a rank amateur at all. He has several years of professional wrestling behind him already, and he had more experience, I guess, than most young wrestlers when they when he started his professional career, because his brothers Ramon and Enrique had certainly trained him and brought him along from the time he was able to wrestle at all. One face lock, punch to the side of the head by the great John L. Mike Ruby breaks it up. Once again, it's the great John L. And out through the legs, and under the legs, and back again with a punch to the side of the head, and another one. Down goes the great John L. as Alberto Torres goes to work. Bombs away. On top, a count of 1. No, just a count of 1, not quite even a 2 count. And it's a diamond head twist.
Bring it up.
Once again, Torres working on the head of the great John L., twisting the head.
How you like it, you yellow fuck?
And a foot on top of the head.
How you like it, Come on, knock this goddamn block off.
Yeah, originally the propeller.
You like the goddamn
Great John L. using a fist once again. Flying there, and as he walks in, it's a long fist to the midsection, and another one, and it's the great John L. in trouble. There's the knee lift to the side of the head. Trying to set him up for... Oh, it's a flying head scissor. Down he goes, and up on top of him is Torres. The count is 1, 2, 3, and it's Alberto Torres taking the measure of the great John L. Here's our ring announcer, Ray Meadows, to give us the time of the fall.
How'd you make out, you yellow son? Yellow baby? Yeah. In the time of 9 15 minutes with the flying head scissors. Torres, the winner.
There you have it, Alberto Torres, the winner in this event.